Hi guys, look who's back. Here I am again. It's been fucking forever. I'm gonna get ready. I have work today. And I thought, why the hell not? I'm home alone for once. I love my boyfriend, but bless some alone time. So I'm not gonna talk much about my makeup. I'm gonna start right away because I need to get going with it. But I kind of want to touch on some subjects that I've been asked about, kind of where I've been at, how my life's going, just the good stuff, I guess. People seem to really prefer me just doing life stuff, which I'm not unhappy about in any way. Kind of want to touch on that while I'm like on the subject. I will never be a beauty blogger. I feel I'm just not that person. No hate, no like in any way do I want to knock people who do that. That's just not who I am. I forever want to be a person more than just. Does that even make any sense? I can't talk about makeup and fashion forever. That's just not like my only interest, I guess, is what I'm going with it. So yeah, with that out of the way, I recently asked for questions for a Q&A, and I never got around to filming it like always because I don't know why do you even trust me at this point? Like, I'm so unreliable when it comes to videos. But the majority of questions I got for my video was about how I'm doing, basically, which I thank you for wondering if I'm okay. I kind of disappeared from social media again. I post very sporadically, so let's just touch on all those subjects, like just touch all bases with it. First off, I work a normal job. I am currently working for Brewdog. For those of you interested in beer, probably know about Brewdog already. And I'm just having a really wonderful time working. I feel like that's not something you hear all that often, but I really do feel really happy with my place of work right now. I also kind of like just having a normal job really opened my eyes to how toxic influencer and modeling. I don't want to drag modeling too much into this. The influencer work, blogging, is way worse from what I have, just from my personal experience. And it got to the point where just being a person on social media made me unhappy. It's a lot of like, I don't know, I don't want to say I got judged because I feel like I'm very happy and very lucky with the sort of people that follow me. Never had much hate, never got accused of like horrible stuff, which I am very, very thankful for. Thank you for, I don't know, believing in me and believing that I am actually genuine. I try very hard to just not be a fucking asshole. But it's really, it puts me in a very negative headspace, I guess. And it's nice for me to kind of get away from it. And the fact that I did take some time to just be a normal person, I guess, has been a blessing. It gets to the point where you get reduced to kind of like who your blogging personality is when you do social media work as a living. And I am not all the things or only the things that I post, you know? Also, there is this side to Instagram that I think most of you probably like realize is there, but everything is so fucking perfect and everyone is so happy and it's great and everyone gets thousands of in PR and just like, just everyone goes to these like lavish events and stuff, and I just felt like it was fake. I don't want to make any enemies. I don't want to like call anyone out, and some people maybe live like the dream, but in the end of the day, it's a terribly lonely job. I think most people would understand that. Like, you work for yourself, you do everything yourself, you never talk to a real person because everyone is just like behind the screen, and that just really nagged at me, I guess. After a while, I just felt so lonely. I just needed fucking people, you know? And also, like I kind of touched on yesterday on my Twitter rant about the Swedish blogging scene, I don't like it. I don't hate the people in it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really badass Swedish bloggers and Swedish people in the beauty community, but I have never been a part of it, and I don't think they want me to be a part of it. As I briefly touched on yesterday, I have very few friends in that community. I spoke to one of them, one of the really big ones. You probably follow her, all of you, years and years ago. And she just basically told me I was ugly and I want to be, and that I, just fucking gross things to say to a human being. And that really left a bad taste in my mouth for many years. I just don't feel like I belong, and hence I have never been to an event in this country. I do not belong in it, and for many years I was bitter, and then I just felt like, fuck it. I do not need to be in the fucking Swedish popular internet crowd, and that is kind of the main issue I feel with social media work, because it is a popularity contest, and if you're not happy being in a popularity contest 24/7, this is not the thing for you to do. And I realized it was not the thing for me to do. It broke me down. It stopped me from being like myself, and stopped me from being just a person to being constantly trying to achieve, like being prettier. I needed to be prettier, I needed to be skinnier, I needed to be cooler, I needed to have more clothes, more makeup. Like, fuck man, it doesn't ever end. And I feel like, I'm a small one in the blogging world, and especially like on YouTube I'm no one, but on Instagram I'm a small one. And I just couldn't keep up with the climb, okay? I can't live in a fucking IKEA catalog. Like, my home is my home. I don't always want to have like the perfect background. I've had people message me being like, oh, if you just had like a studio background, people would like your photos more. Like, fuck, am I gonna buy a new home with a studio in so I can take selfies? Like, are you nuts, man? Do you have any any grasp of just real life? I don't know. Sorry for the ranting. I guess what people want from me is just ranting. I'm just gonna speak my mind now while I do my makeup. But that was basically like the thing that was really the nail in the coffin for me. The constant, I have to achieve more, and I have to do more, and I have to be more popular, and people have to like me more, and be cooler, and all these things. And as a person, like I said yesterday, who's never really been a part of any cool crowd ever, I'm sorry, my friends, but we are fucking nerds. If my best friends are watching this right now, don't don't cry, okay? But we are not the cool kids. We are just the people who don't feel the need to just sit and post all day, every day. And I feel like the blogging community is a lot of that. Does that make sense? Am I just ranting and no one understands me? Also, this is why I'm really bad at YouTube. Like, I just go off on tangents, and no one understands me in the end, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's a quick summary. I did not disappear from Instagram because I was like super depressed or anything. I wasn't like dying. which is, I think, maybe what people were fearing the most. Like I had a fucking mental breakdown or something. Believe me, I have multiple makeup breakdowns over the past few months, but none of them have been like the one reason for me disappearing. If that makes sense. I've gotten to a point now where I feel like I want to get back, but I don't want to care anymore, if that makes sense. I'm so sick of trying to please everyone. You hear this all the time, like you can't please everyone, not everyone's gonna love you. But when that's your job, when your job depends on how many people, and let's not even say love, because it's envy, I feel often, how many people are just astonished by your life, and I don't want that. I just, let me be a normal person, which is why if I ever start regularly posting again online, I am not gonna be a walking billboard. I don't want to just brag for a living. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what I've said so far because I just went off, so I'm sorry. Now I am confused. I've confused myself. Okay, that's eyeshadow. Did I say that I'm working today? I'm working today, so this is not gonna be any extreme makeup in any way. Sometimes I do extreme makeup for work, but not today. No, but really, what I'm trying to like explain is basically why I left, and it's not because of my followers. I don't want to be the one who's like blaming the people who supported me, because God knows I love you and I appreciate all the opportunities I've had because of my following. It's the things behind the scenes that after a while just really fucked me up. Just made me hate everything I did. I talk to my boyfriend about this often, since, you know, I'm a bit of an unstable anxiety person. It, you know, I had to post stuff, like I had to get this and that out, and I had to put makeup on just to take a selfie and then take it off again. And I just told him, like, I fucking hate it. I hate doing this. and everyone, you know, thinks that it's the dream, like, oh my god, you can work from home, and oh, that sounds like just the best, and all you do is get praised. Like, maybe, I don't know, but I hated it. It was awful. I guess what I did was drop social media as my place of work. I don't mind it having as a hobby, but the thing that really hurt me, I guess, when I do come back is the loss of engagement and followers and stuff. And I really let that get to my confidence many times, which also is a bad idea. Like, I just dreamt of being a person whose confidence was dependent on how they did in real life, but while my confidence was depending on how I did online and how people who didn't know me perceived me. And it doesn't sound as bad when, you know, when I talk about it, but honestly, I don't believe that could ever be healthy. You know, you get praised for stuff that doesn't matter in real life, and I try to achieve these kind of elusive social media goals. It sounds so stupid when I talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do my eyeliner. I might shut up for a while. If I would ever shut up. I want to be a person, you know? Just a normal fucking person. I want to be able to pay my bills without having to fucking sell my soul on Instagram. Oh, fuck that shit. And also, I shut up about so many shady things just because I didn't want to burn any bridges. You know, I think most of us are like that. But there are so many brands that I worked with over and over again that never paid me. I modeled for brands who never paid me. I had some really shady experiences with agencies and stuff. And I just started to think that that's what it was like to work, because I did this for years. It's not what it's like to work. If you have a normal job and it's a stable working place, you actually don't get fucked over every month. Can you believe that? And you know, you see all these influencers and they like sport fucking Gucci bags. Not all of us are sporting Gucci bags. I'm not. Again, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just kind of want to quickly explain that it's not like I had a mental breakdown and I disappeared. I started to realize that it wasn't good for me, and I slowed down. Like, my health hasn't been perfect. Whenever is it? Like, this is real life, not fantasy. But that is not the main reason for my just saying fuck you, social media, and leaving, you know? And I feel also one of the reasons why I find it so fucking difficult to upload to YouTube is that I don't feel like I'm an interesting person. And I know this maybe is just like a personal issue for me. Maybe I am really super insecure about my personality or something. I don't know. But I just feel like there's nothing I can say. My opinion isn't that important, if that makes sense. Like, some people in this community feels very highly about themselves, and I mean, I don't want to knock them for doing that. Like, you do you. Keep rolling with it. If you think you're the most interesting person ever, that's just perfect for you. But I don't feel that way about myself. So I always felt like the thing people wanted from me was just my appearance. Does that make sense? People just wanted to look at me. And if I wasn't perfect, if I didn't look perfect, if I had a fucking pimple, or if my hair was doing some weird shit, no one wanted to know of me. That's the kind of feelings I had towards it. And that also kind of made it very, very difficult to just be casual with it, you know? I never felt like I got to be just a person. I say that a lot. I just want to be a person. What's that even mean? You're a person. Yeah, but you know, there's like multiple sides to me, and a few sides are fucking ugly. And sometimes I just didn't have like the mental strength to showcase those sides, and realize that I lost 2,000 followers for not having brushed my hair, and you know, losing another 2K and getting shit because one day I had fucking, I don't know, just pajamas on me. Like, I don't know. I also kind of want to just keep the doors open, that maybe I'm just over analyzing life in general. I'm very prone to doing that, which is also not very sellable. Never forget that the influencers you are watching, or following, or admiring even, are salespeople. Here comes the pitchforks. Did she accuse the influencers of being salesmen? Yes, I did. Okay, let me explain myself. I got really, really tired of this part as well. Because when you're small, you can just post the things you're interested in. But it gets to a point where they demand so many hours of your life that you have to charge them. And when people pay you, you do what they tell you to do if you need the money. And people can be like, oh, you greedy bitch. No, I had bills to pay. And we all do. We're talking about young people here that just kind of wants to be popular or something. I don't know. I wanted to. That's definitely one of the like main drawing points. So, you know, I was like, oh, how bad is this to just chill out? You know, oh, they paid me to show off these pants. Fucking great, man. I'll do it. And it gets to a point where the only thing you showcase is something someone paid you to showcase. It's not that the things you like anymore. It's not the things you picked. Even if you do pick from, like, you know, like sometimes if you pick clothes, they'll be like, oh, tell us your favorites and we'll send them to you. Yeah, sure, you picked that, but it's still not on your terms in the same way as when you weren't paid and you just did it for fun. Do you get what I'm saying? It's another thing I feel for makeup artists. because they are showcasing a talent. I'm just talking from my experience, not being a makeup artist, just being an influencer. And this also broke my heart. Like, I stopped showcasing the things that I liked and showcasing things that would pay my bills, you know? I don't know if I make sense still. And I'm desperately trying to get away from that right now. This is why you don't see me do really any brand deals right now. I don't like doing PR unboxings unless I get something that I'm really, really excited about. I asked to get taken off from like a majority of the PR lists I was on, because I just didn't want to post because I had to, and not really feeling it. So yeah, that's why you don't see me do those kind of things. And again, that lost me content, I guess, in the end. What do I post now that I don't get all these new things, even though I was the one who said don't send it to me? Maybe I dug my own grave, I don't know. But maybe I dug my own grave, really. But what I wanted was authenticity again. I had lost all my authenticity, yeah, that word. And I wasn't enjoying it. I was just chasing followers, chasing likes, and I hated it. And I don't want to, as I said, start a shitstorm in the beauty community, in the Swedish blogging community, any community. I'm just talking about my personal experience and just the way I felt at the end, before I just said, fuck it, I'm getting a normal job and I'm not spending 40 hours a week trying to post the best selfie of the year, you know? And this is how I felt, really. And that's how I'm doing. God damn it. But yeah, the majority of the questions I did get, and the majority of the things people want me to talk about, is just how I'm doing. Thank you. I'm doing well, but I hated what I was doing with my life. I loved traveling, I loved modeling, hated the social media work. So let's go on to mascara. I ranted this whole video. I've done my entire face, and I have not shut up for a single second. That is what's up. I kind of want to leave this subject after this because I feel like I do rant about social media a lot, and some people will be like, oh, if you hate it so much, just go away. Just fuck off. But I enjoy doing this as a hobby. It's when it gets to a paid business we have issues, because it's corrupt as fuck. Okay? If you knew how much some people get paid to just post about a product or a site, you would realize why people can't say no. And it's not just greed. It's people who also just need to live. You would be stupid to turn some of those deals down. But if you don't, you are basically like fucking selling your soul. Because people who follow you most likely follow you because they like you as a person. And they trust you. And I don't think many influencers want to fuck over their audience, you know? We know we owe so much just to people who care and follow us and watch us and whatever you do with us. But it's a really hard place to be in, I guess is my point. And now I'm gonna do my lips, so I'm gonna shut up. Did I do it right? Is these my lips? Are these? I don't know. I also can't speak English. I can never do my makeup on video because I'm so distracted. I can't do anything right. I just fuck it up. God damn it. Okay, good, great, fucking perfect. Okay guys, so final touches. We are just doing some lash, or you can see my, oh, I think it's fine, maybe. So quick summary. TLDR, or whatever they call it on the interwebs. I am a real person, a normal person. And I suck at this. And I don't like just being my face. I'm a person as well, and I'm sick of being overanalyzed, and that is why I disappear for months on end, because I feel uncomfortable. I don't know. I should have thought about this before filming. But that's how I'm doing. I am doing well. I have a job. I pay my bills. My dog is a bit of a nutcase, but I love him so much. My cat is sleeping, and social media made me very, very unhappy when I did it as a job. And my goal right now is to get back to it. Not care if people don't like me being a normal person. God damn it, I'm sorry. I don't want to take like 10 selfies a day and just post a selfie every day. I don't care that much about my face, honestly. So yeah, that's it. I'm okay. Yeah, thank you for watching. This has been a train wreck. I hope to see you again someday. If I ever come back again, I might just have another identity crisis.